Hello, you wonderful people. My name is Gnomesane, and welcome back to another episode of the Gamesician. If you're from the first episode, it's good to have you join me once again. If you're new, I'm glad you decided to check out my video. This time around, I'll be showcasing Megaman X for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. The Mega Man series has had some rad music in its own right. The X series opened up some new doors. Things were not as limited as they were before. You see, with the Super Nintendo's superior hardware, developers were able to push many boundaries. If it wasn't with graphics or mechanics, it was with its music. Mega Man X was no exception. With its new look, feel, and music, it brought Mega Man to the Super Nintendo in the best way possible. Mega Man X was developed by Capcom. At the time, Capcom had been releasing tons of quality games, like Street Fighter, Final Fight, and their Disney adaptations like Aladdin and Goof Troop. The story is different this time around for the Blue Bomber. This game takes place roughly 100 years after the main series titles. Instead of being the original Mega Man, you are now X, a new and improved robot with human intelligence, emotions, and free will. Robots are created in his image and eventually go rogue due to a virus. X must hunt down 8 robot masters to then challenge their leader, Sigma. In traditional Capcom fashion, the music is righteous, like all, if not most of their titles at that time. We've got quite a bit of music to talk about, so let's get started. While there are numerous composers for the game, the main one was Setsuo Yamamoto. I'll put the rest on the screen as I want to show their names, but I don't want to mess them up with bad pronunciation. Yamamoto joined Capcom in 1992. Initially, he worked on music for Capcom's Final Fight series. He also has a large repertoire of music that he has composed and or directed. Due to Yamamoto's hard rock style, Mega Man X boasts that sound. It ended up becoming way more than just a good soundtrack like the main series Mega Man games. The tracks really get you pumped and ready to go. With the hard rock influence, I feel as though Mega Man X was able to be slightly more memorable than the main series games to some extent. With each of the Robot Masters comes an amazing track. While each track is equally as great as the next, you can see that 4 bosses fit into a hard rock category, while the others fit into this weird combination category that mixes the old school style with the new hard rock style. While you're free to debate, personally, Storm Eagle and Boomer Commander stage music blow all of the other tracks out of the water. Sorry, Launch Octopus. Before we talk about them, there is one stage that takes place on a highway before you get to the stage select screen. On this long stretch of road, you battle off numerous robots that are wreaking havoc on the city. The music shows this desperate need to finish all the robots attacking the area. Once you reach the end, you meet one of your 2 antagonists, Vile. Vile has this theme that sounds daunting, which is very good since he's supposed to be this unstoppable fighter. Once the battle starts, it switches from daunting to menacing. It displays the sense of anxiety as the player tries to beat this unbeatable opponent. Then, your badass buddy Zero comes in and saves the day! Now we're on to the bosses. Flame Mammoth Stage is pretty much a robot scrap facility. You've got crushers, you've got half-destroyed robots, some fellow worker dudes with pickaxes, and those damn meds. With a location like this, hard rock goes well with it. With all of the heavy machinery, narrow paths, lava at your feet, and a giant fire-breathing mammoth at the end, it brings some spring to your step. Launch Octopus has some interesting music to go along with his stage. When you change the altitude at which you're at, you get that weird block tuning range, right? Well, imagine that while listening to an epic bass line. That added effect to the bass line, along with the fast-paced nature of the other tracks in the song, adds to this need to go fast, but you can't since you're underwater. Spark Mandrill. What's a mandrill? Oh, okay. Anyways, the generator stage shoves you into the action with its music. It'll jolt you just like the stage with its numerous electric and light-based robots. The double bass drum along with the rhythm guitar track nearly consisting of triplets drums makes this level feel like a high-octane experience. Which it is, with all the dodging, jumping, and blasting you have to do to make it to the end. Last, for the more rock-oriented side, we have Storm Eagle. The airport is a stage that requires a bit more attention as there are tons of pits to fall down. If you're not killed by the air-based enemies or the turrets scattered around the place, you'll fall. The song portrays this sense of perseverance with a slight nod to the heights that you're facing. It keeps you going, which is what you want if you don't want to fall to your death, because for all you know, you very well might. Alright, now it's on to the combo style bosses. Armored Armadillo's level takes place in underground mines moving at high speeds for most of the level. Along with the ride is some fast-paced music keeping you in the action. Even when the cart ride segments stop, you usually have to keep going to keep out of the way of some danger, making the music perfect for this level. Atop the giant tower lies Boomer Kawanger. Okay, what the hell is a Kawanger? Okay, it looks like it's a combination between Kawagata, meaning stag beetle, and boomerang. Okay, that's pretty clever. Okay, moving on. This stage has you fighting to the top against numerous robots that combatively fit into this level. The music pushes this pressure that makes you want to keep going until you get to the top. Too bad it doesn't continue into the boss fight. Into the snowy mountains, you must go to fight Chill Penguin. This track really reminds me of Iceman's stage from Megaman 1. I feel as though the composers must have taken something from that stage for inspiration. I'm not quite sure though. Regardless, the use of the hi-hat and the splash cymbals to create this cold breeze along with the fading and use of stereo output makes this feel like a winter wonderland. On to the forest stage! Sting Chameleon stage is weird to me sound-wise. I can't really find many ways to tell how the music is relatable to the stage. One that I can think of is with the effects on the hi-hat and its consistency throughout the song. It kind of reminds me of pushing through bushes in order to make it through a densely packed forest. Let me know what you guys think though. After you've beaten the bosses, you can move on to Sigma. Sigma's Fortress has 4 different stages. The first stage starts out with this Terminator 2 type intro. It kinda keeps that style while still throwing in that Megaman X flair to it. This music is setting the stage for the confrontation with Sigma. The second moves away from the first stage's style and back to the original style. The hard rock elements make you feel more determined to reach the end. Now that you're getting ever so close to Sigma, the third stage music makes it feel slightly more eerie. This is only a taste of what's to come. Once you've reached the fourth stage, you're welcomed with an intimidating song. You've made it. Now all you have to do is take that seemingly long trek to the top of this level and meet Sigma. You finally meet Sigma and thrash his dog. Now it's on to him. After he throws off his cape, it's time to throw down. The music kicks in rapidly to keep the high-speed nature going as Sigma leaps from wall to wall attempting to slash you with his lightsaber. I was unaware that there were Jedis here in Mega Man. Like most bosses from this era, Sigma has 2 forms. After he combines with his massive dog robot, you start the last fight with him. The music is overly epic, and I think it speaks for itself. And that's that! After your battle with Sigma, X stares off into the ocean, contemplating his life choices while a beautiful ending track plays in the background. After this, you're greeted with a nice casserole that has some nice rock going on, and then a staff roll that has some really nice jazzy feel, and I'm pretty sure that inspired music to another game that I really like. Well, that's all the time I have for this episode. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you have any questions, comments, critiques, or input for me, just leave them down in the comment section below. I'd be happy to hear them. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace out, Girl Scouts.